Hi, everybody. As you know, I'm Jody Axelson, and I am the president of the Tree-Ring Society, and I am delighted to be here on the very last day of AmeriDendro with Dr. Justine Ngoma from Copperbelt University. Who's come all the way to Montreal for this lovely meeting from Zambia, and kicked off the conference with a completely inspiring keynote speech in recognition of winning the Florence Hawley Ellis Award in dendrochronology. The real purpose of this award is to advance diversity in the field of dendrochronology and recognize excellence in early career researchers within our global community. And so we would be remiss, even though we heard this incredible keynote address from Dr. Ngoma, not to be able to sit down and have this chat, to hear what you think of this, and then for my chance to ask you a question, put you on the spot and ask you a question. So, yes, congratulations on winning the Florence Hawley Ellis Award.
Thank you so much, Jody. And it's really a big honor to win this global award. This is something that really I did not expect. I was looking at the work that we're implementing at Copperbelt University compared to what others are doing globally. I really did not expect it, but it's really a big honor to have this global award. Thank you, George, and thank you to the whole award team.
Thanks. So one thing you brought up in your keynote, you talked about your research in woodlands around the areas that you live. You talked about DEI issues, diversity, equity, and inclusion issues, and encouraging women to seek education in the STEM fields. You also talked about promoting the development of dendrochronology capacity and training. What is the best way, would you say, that the global community, dendrochronology community, could help support you in that objective?
Basically, the long-term plans that we have, one of them is to make Copperbelt University as a center for tree-ring research in Africa. And to support that program, at the moment, we really need the facilities to help us with research. Also, we want to make the training like as one of the annual activities. And for us to continue with the training, we need the global support in different ways. Like at the moment, we've been receiving support from different institutions. Some institutions are sending facilitators, others are buying basic equipment, but we still need the continued support from the global community for us to continue the training program.
Okay, so we need to put our heads together to figure out to send maybe people to help train.
Yes.
Increment borers.
Yes.
Measuring stations.
Yes.
Scanners.
Yes.
Computers.
Yes.
Let's do this, people. Let's get Justine, Dr. Ngoma here on her way to developing Copperbelt University to have a fully functional, complete dendro facility for the country of Zambia.
Thank you so much, and we really appreciate your support.
Hi, I'm Jody, and this is...
Hi, I'm Andy.
And we're at AmeriDendro, actually here in Montreal with our meeting venue right behind us. And I'm extremely happy to announce that Andy Bunn is one of the winners of the Richard L. Holmes Award for Service in Dendrochronology. Most of you, all of you know Dr. Bunn's work. He's been at Western Washington University for 15 years. He just got his pin, I'm told. And Andy really pioneered the use of R in our field of dendrochronology. And it's this dedication to open tools and transparent science that really seems really befitting for this recognition of the Holmes Service Award. It seems like a labor of love to have to convert these old languages into modern languages. And as one of our committee members said, this is the foundational tools that we use in the training of our students. You know, the DPLR, now increasingly the Open Dendro platforms. And so it's amazing contribution. And we all thank you so much, because many of us, especially the show of hands in the workshop, are not our coders. And so thank you on behalf of the Tree-Ring Society.
It's my pleasure. Thank you. It's a real honor to be recognized in this way. And it is a labor of love. I love creating these tools for folks and helping people learn how to think in ways that let them process their data that is less of a black box, and how to structure analysis to go all the way through from when it comes off of the measuring station all the way through to your publication. So that's the kind of work I really love doing. And it's not alone. I kind of help a lot of other people, you know, as they could code and contribute code and get it all together and build a community.
Yeah, well, and that's what we're finding in this meeting, is it's incredible to be part of this community and contribute to the community in different ways. I have asked all of the award winners a question. And so I guess my question for you is, what do you think is so important about this sort of Open Dendro moving forward through developing different programs? What like motivates you in this space?
I think it's really important that we're thinking about transparency in our science, and how to take a project and go all the way through and do it in a way where you can easily show other people, whether it's collaborators or reviewers, what you did, why you made the choices that you did, and how it affects the results. And setting up your analysis environment in a way that is reproducible allows you to go back and repeat things and make small changes, and then carry your results all the way through without having to have a lot of starts and stops. And that kind of transparency is really important for us.
And there you have it. Amazing. Okay, bye guys.
Take care.
Next award is for the Richard L. Holmes Award for Outstanding Service to Dendrochronology. And on behalf of the Tree-Ring Society, I'm extremely pleased to announce that one of two recipients of this award is Dr. Martin Monroe. For those of you that do not know Martin, he is a research specialist at the University of Arizona Laboratory of Tree-Ring Research, where he's been since 1991. Martin has made sustained and significant contributions to dendrochronology his entire career, very much in the spirit of Richard L. Holmes. He has contributed to dendrochronology education, training, technology and communication, and through directly supporting the Tree-Ring Society. The awards committee was really struck by the diversity of service that Martin has performed over his career that ultimately really supports a community of global dendrochronologists. And so we sincerely thank you for your remarkable and valuable contributions, Martin.
Well, thank you. I must say that it's a real honor to get an award named for Richard Holmes, because he was an exemplar of what service was all about. And it was a privilege to be with him in his latter years here in Tucson. It's an exemplar of the kind of selfless concern for advancing the projects of other people that some of us would like to follow. And I don't think I've approximated his example, but it has been an inspiration. And he was involved not just with close ties to any one group, but to a wide international community.
Thanks for that. And if there's anybody you would like to thank, or?
I would like to thank all the people that I've worked with over the years. And of course, here in Tucson, the many people that in the last couple of decades that I've been able to interact with. Malcolm Hughes for bringing me in the first place. It's the classic case if you invite one foreigner in and then soon their cronies follow. And there'll be many, many other people here that it's been a pleasure to work with through the years.
Hi. So today I'm
Hi.
really pleased to introduce Dr. Fusa Miyake. She's an associate professor in the Division for Cosmic Ray Research at the Institute for Space, Earth, Environmental Research at Nagoya University. And the TRS is delighted to announce she is also the recipient of the Jose A. Buenansegna Frontiers in Dendrochronology Award. So to give you a bit of background on Dr. Miyake, she's contributed really cutting edge, innovative, and cross-disciplinary research on carbon-14 peaks related to volcanic eruptions. This work has been extremely pioneering and is actually referred to in the literature as Miyake events, and is used worldwide by researchers to date archaeological sites and structures, volcanic eruptions, and to extend tree-ring chronologies. What struck the awards committee is how Fusa's research transcends the field of dendrochronology and opened new doorways for tree-ring applications of carbon-14 work, bridging geographic and temporal gaps in our records, and really developing these new cross-disciplinary methodologies in sort of environmental record synchronization. So congratulations, Dr. Miyake, on winning this the Jose Buenansegna Frontiers Award in Dendrochronology.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored to receive such a wonderful award. I'm most grateful to everyone for giving me a chance. I'd like to sincerely thank the committee and all the people who made this happen. When I started this work, I tried to search for past cosmic ray increase events, such as extreme solar events. Fortunately, I could find the radiocarbon spikes. I was very lucky, and I'm so glad that the radiocarbon spikes are useful in many scientific fields, dendrochronology, radiocarbon dating, and so on. This discovery is a result of the support of many people, including my supervisor, collaborators, and my family. I'd like to express my gratitude to them. Thank you so much.
I am delighted to be here today with Dr. Roseanne Dorigo. Hello.
Hi there.
So I am absolutely thrilled to be presenting Dr. Dorigo today with the Harold C. Fritz Lifetime Achievement in Dendrochronology Award. Roseanne has been a Lamont Doherty Research Professor since 1983 and really needs no introduction, as she is a sort of iconic dendrochronology researcher in the field, has traveled the world, and worked across disciplines, contributed hundreds of chronologies to the International Tree-Ring Database, and has published hundreds of papers from regional to global impact. And so it goes without saying that somebody of Dr. Dorigo's stature completely embodies the intention of the Lifetime Achievement Award. And she very much distinguishes herself in also being the 2014 recipient of the Jose Buenansegna Frontiers in Dendrochronology Award for her cutting edge research. So it is my great honor to be chatting to you today and be virtually presenting you an award that will be forthcoming in the mail. A question I had for you, Roseanne, was what has mattered in your long career, almost 40 years, as you say, at Lamont Doherty in dendrochronology?
Thanks, Jody. It's hard to believe it's been that long, but I first got into the field just for the adventure, to be honest, just the chance to go to some of the last great wilderness areas in the world. And I found along the way that also the other reward is just working with some fantastic people. So that has been what's been keeping me going, as well as trying to improve the world by learning more about global change and preservation and just changes of the past 1,000 years or so in the far north in particular. So.
Excellent. Was there anything you'd like to say in receiving this Harold C. Fritz Lifetime Achievement Award in Dendrochronology?
Well, I just like to say that it's a really great honor for me to receive it, and I would greatly appreciate and thank everyone at the Tree-Ring Society and everyone in the broader tree-ring community. So thank you so much, and congrats also to Lisa Gramlich, my co-winner and longtime role model, and all the other awardees as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Roseanne.
I am pleased to introduce Dr. Lisa Gromlich as one of the 2 recipients of the Harold C. Fritz Award for Lifetime Achievement in Dendrochronology. Dr. Gromlich is the Denman Endowed Professor in Sustainable Resource Sciences in the School of Environment and Forest Sciences, as well as the Dean Emeritus of the College of the Environment at the University of Washington. She is also the president-elect of the American Geophysical Union. Lisa's contributions to the field of dendrochronology, as well as her leadership within the broader scientific community, befit the Harold C. Fritz Award for a Lifetime Achievement in Dendrochronology. Dr. Gromlich has made methodological innovations, bridged the paleoclimate community and institutions focused on climate change, and a tireless advocate for equity and justice within the field of science. It is my great pleasure for the Tree-Ring Society to award you with the Harold C. Fritz Award for Lifetime Achievement in Dendrochronology.
Well, first of all, I am so honored. And, there's kind of a way we talk now. If the 20-something-year-old me could imagine myself getting this award, especially named after Hal Fritz, I would have told you there was no way that was happening. And it happened because of the support of this community and the mentorship I had from the giants of my generation, but probably most importantly, the just intellectual energy and creativity of the many students and postdocs I got to work with. And they just moved all of this forward, and it has been immensely gratifying. And I'm so honored to be named with this award.
I think people are always interested about people who win awards. What has been important to their career, or what insights do they have for another generation? The specific question I do want to ask you is, what advice would you have for early career researchers who look up to your career, or maybe just embarking on sort of their own research projects and programs in a world that's changing so quickly? And it's kind of seems a little overwhelming, actually.
Oh, Jody, I love that question. And I think about it a lot. And in part because I think about the number of early career people that are flocking to the field of dendrochronology and tree-ring scientists is just fabulous. And so I now get to say things to all of you out there. I have a couple of thoughts. First of all, look around at, I wish I was with you at the ceremony here. It's so interdisciplinary. And to be successful in this field, you've got to embrace this interdisciplinarity. And to do it well, you have to do what my former advisor and mentor, Dr. Linda Brubaker, told me to do and then demonstrated with her own actions, which is being bold in asking the most naive of questions. So if you're a biologist and are hanging out with the atmospheric scientists, you got to be able to penetrate, their jargon and learn from them. Or, if you're the atmospheric scientist working with an archaeologist, you're going to have to learn how to talk. And so you have to just let go of your ego and let that intellectual curiosity that drove you to do this in the first place out, and just ask the naive question. Just, when you're thinking about I want to ask this question, remember me telling you, you've got to do it. And Linda Brubaker told me to do it. So do that. Number two, in this field, you need to be a good collaborator. And That means you need to be smart, you know, like we all need to be smart. But you need to be emotionally intelligent. You've got to have good communication skills. You've got to make promises and you've got to keep those promises. And you've got to keep showing up even when there's the tedious, boring parts. And you've got to just keep showing up and make sure that everybody else is showing up with you. So if somebody starts to sort of drift off, is that just because they no longer want to do the science, or has something occurred where they feel less alien, less part of the group? You know, this is the whole question of inclusion. So be a good collaborator. And the last thing I want to say is take work-life balance seriously. You hear this all the time, but I'm going to tell you, one of the things that used to freak me out when I was an early career scientist was there was a graduate student in the Pacific Northwest. And in the winter, in the middle of the week, there would be days where I just had to go skiing. And in the summer, it would finally stop raining. And there were days where in the middle of the week, I simply had to go out and hike. And I can remember thinking like, oh crap, you know, I'm never going to make it because there's people that never leave the lab. And here I am skiing on a Wednesday in February. And you know what? It worked out okay. And to be honest, I think it was that, you know, now we call it self-care, you know, this making sure my batteries were recharged by engaging with things I loved, that, you know, this is a marathon, not a sprint. And you've got to do the things that will keep you going. So that's my advice, Jody.